Even worse, jump off your one wheel, all of a sudden it takes off, hits an old lady in the ankles, runs into a school bus, blows it up. I don't know what happens. That's not on me. That's on you if you screw it up. But I'm gonna make sure that you don't screw it up because I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. Hey, what's up everyone? Jeff here from TheFloatLife, and today I'm gonna teach you guys how to safely remove your stock grip tape, replace it with a nice sheet of TFL grip. So a lot of people are really intimidated when it comes to changing out their grip tape on their one wheel because the sensor pad is underneath this front foot pad here. And if you mess with that, you can have a couple of tricky things happen. For one, you could have some sensor activation issues where it doesn't turn on when it's supposed to, and your board just falls over, you fall down in front of your friends. Super embarrassing. You don't want to do that. Or worst possible case scenario, you put it on wrong, all of a sudden your board ghosts, which is when your board takes off without you on it and shoots across a parking lot or across the street. It could hit someone, it could break your board. That's not something you want either. So although it can seem a little bit intimidating to change out your grip tape because you might do some damage, you really won't as long as you do it correctly, and it's really simple. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do it right now. Little bit about how the front sensor pad works here. Underneath the grip tape, you have 2 sheets of clear plastic, and then under those sheets of clear plastic, you have your actual sensor. And the sensor is built into 2 zones underneath here, and you can see it's separated by this blue line right here. There's a left and there's a right. So the most important thing when you're removing your grip tape to remember is you want to only peel the grip tape up. You don't want to touch those 2 layers of plastic. If you start peeling and you feel plastic or you see plastic coming up, stop immediately and start over. Because if you pull that plastic sheet up, it's very, very possible that you break your sensor. You gotta spend 150 bucks for a new set of foot pads from Future Motion. It's not something you wanna do. But it's really, really easy to realize when you're pulling the plastic up as long as you know what to look for. So what you wanna do, first thing, is you wanna heat up the front foot pad a little bit and loosen up the adhesive on the original stock grip tape here. So what I like to use is my Remington Model 390 purple hair dryer. It's the best in the business, baby. So you take your hair dryer and you wanna heat up the foot pad for about 2 minutes. So you don't want it super hot, but you don't want it super cool either. If you don't have a hair dryer, you could just set your one wheel outside in the hot sun for a while. Anything to just heat that front foot pad up and get it nice and warm is the key. So if you're using the hair dryer, I like to do just some nice back and forth on it, left to right, up and down. You go in circles if you want, but really you want to evenly heat this whole entire foot pad. And if you're using a hair dryer on hot, on high, about this far away, about 2 inches away from the foot pad, it takes about 2 minutes of heating up to get to the right temperature. So let's heat it up. Yes. Okay, once you got the pad evenly heated, about 2 minutes with the hair dryer, you want to spend a little bit of extra time on this top edge and this front corner right here where you're gonna start peeling from. I like to start peeling from this right front corner here because that way I can set it right into my hip and have a nice easy pull this direction. So definitely spend a little bit of extra time on there and get it nice and loose. And then once it's loose, you can really start to peel it. There we go. All right, you can see how it's started now. I don't have any of the plastic pieces up. You can see the clear plastic piece right here. There's actually 2 small layers of that. You wanna make sure what you're peeling is nice and floppy. If it's not nice and floppy, you can just bend it in half real easy. You've probably got some plastic to it. All right, so once you've got that corner peeled up, I like to put the back foot pad into my hip so that I can get a good grip right here on the front corner and peel straight back towards myself. Now it's important when you're peeling back that you don't peel up, that you peel back towards the tire, because if you peel in the upward direction, it can put stress on that plastic layer and start to bubble the plastic layer up, which can damage your sensor. So you wanna make sure that you just peel straight back like this. So while you're peeling it back, if you notice that you're getting a little bit of adhesive that's actually sticking to the plastic layers on the foot pad itself, it means you don't have the grip tape hot enough. So you want to heat it up a little bit more and peel it back so that you don't get any adhesive remaining on the plastic piece right here. And once you peel it all the way around the top, get it level, Now you can put it straight into your hips and pull straight back. And just pull back nice and slow. There's no reason to go fast on any of this. Just nice and easy. Keep peeling until you get to the back. Once you get there, it should pop right off. Easy as that. So you can see there are a couple pieces of adhesive left on the foot pad right here. You'll want to make sure that you clean those off completely. You can use a little bit of Goo Gone, maybe a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on it, but you want to make sure that is totally clean so that you don't have any little bubbles under your new piece of grip tape. So we'll hit it with a little spritz. Nailed it. So after you have your grip tape totally peeled off, you have all of the extra adhesive or any dirt or grime or anything removed off the sensor, have it nice and clean, let it cool down to room temp. The next thing is to install your TFL grip. So you want to just lay it on there and dry fit it really quick before you peel the backing so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like when it's installed. And note the relation to your 2 foot pad screws right here, because that's what you're going to use to align it and then roll it out this way. So once you have it dry fit, you like the look of it, everything looks good, time to install it like this. Just comes right off. And align it right on that first foot pad screw, exactly like you had it when you were dry fitting it. And after it sticks on there, lay it down nice and gentle all the way across, just like that. And then what you'll do is you'll just roll it on down, giving it some nice little pats all the way down, making sure you don't get any bubbles in the grip tape. Then give it a couple good pushes. Again, checking for bubbles. You definitely don't want any bubbles in the grip tape, because if you have bubbles, what can happen is when you ride on it for a while, that bubble pressurizes more and more as it gets smaller and smaller, and that can actually stick the sensor on. If there are any small bubbles, you can always take a little knife and be careful not to puncture your sensor, but just push it in from the side of the bubble just to pop it, and then you can push it out. Real easy. But you shouldn't have any bubbles if you install it correctly. And that's it. Grip tape change, super easy. It's not that hard. There's just a couple of those key things that you want to watch out for. Remember, heat up the foot pad. Don't heat it up too much. Don't heat it up too little. About 2 minutes on the blow dryer is the key. When you start peeling it back, make sure you're not peeling any of the plastic up. When you peel it all the way back, definitely make sure you're not peeling any of the plastic up. Start from the top, work your way back towards the tire. Don't pull up, pull back. Once you get it all the way off, make sure you clean up any adhesive or any dirt or grime that you have on there. Make sure it's very clean. Make sure it cools to room temperature so it's not hot when you put the new grip tape on, or else it can shrink back. Dry fit it, make sure you like the alignment. Start aligning right here on the top of the foot pad screws and lay it down closest to the tire first, and then just easily lay it down. Make sure there's no bubbles in it whatsoever. If there are any bubbles, make sure you pop them, but are very careful not to poke your sensor. And that's it. Float on, my friends.
You stoked to go ride? I'm stoked to go ride. I'm gonna go ride. You should too. But if you're not, definitely subscribe to our channel or check out one of these 2 videos. I'm gonna go get my shred on.